nationally.
I hope
so.
Well, there's actually a very interesting
mothers
in the 1930s. Who led the overturn of alcohol prohibition. This is a wealthy woman, a woman of high society, a woman with media friends, and a woman with some celebrity friends. Again, back in 1937. And she really, when I read about her story and starting the beginning to the end of alcohol prohibition, it inspired me. And when I saw that, I was like, wait a minute. I'm a woman of high society. I have celebrity friends. I have media connections. Why can't I lead a movement to overturn cannabis prohibition? And that's exactly what we're doing. We're leading it. I call it my little Charlie's Angels army of women.
Nice.
Cannabis prohibition, and that's exactly where we are. And I hope people will get on board. I think it's a great time to be involved.
Oh yeah. Hey Cheryl, speaking of celebrities, who would you say is your number one celebrity to smoke with?
Who's my number one celebrity?
Yes.
Smoker.
To smoke with.
You know something? I love every single celebrity I work with, but I would have to say one of my favorites is Elijah Wood. We've spent a lot of time, 5 years, working on Wilfred together, and I love.
Who is that? Sorry.
Elijah Wood.
Elijah
Wood.
Wow.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
I never took him for a smoker.
I knew Frodo got high.
I love Elijah. No, he's a sweetheart. I mean, what I love about him, my youngest daughter had a crush on him, and we stay on every single day for 4 or 5 years on Wilfred. And what I love about that is it really opened up the possibility for product placement in television.
Yeah.
I built out pretty much every single marijuana-related product on the show, built out the entire dispensary to replicate Beverly on the show. And I love the fact that his character played a medical marijuana patient, and the show evolved around the cannabis and Wilfred and the dog, and how he loved his bong and all that. But I loved it because it was a great breaking ground for television. It was the first time product placement had ever been done in television. And I liked him as a person. I think he's done a lot to mainstream cannabis with the show, and also with his first story. The character had a mood disorder and used cannabis to make him better. So, and I like him personally. He's a great guy. So for me, see people like that who are considered mainstream versus the stereotypical people who've always been associated with cannabis, I think that's where we need to go to the next level.
Yeah, hell yeah,
I think Ms. Shuman, I had kind of pitched you something a few weeks back. This is Weedman again. I pitched you something a few weeks back. We could go a long way. I'm pushing it again. The Odd Couple. I kind of pitched her a show. I want me and her to do a show as the Odd Couple, and we can show those stereotypes you were just talking about. I would gladly play my role. Think about it for real.
Have reality series in development too, you guys. We'll have to come on it.
Oh, I didn't hear you. Can you say that again?
I have a development deal with Lawrence and Burr. We have TV shows in development right now, and the shows will basically document the artist. I can take my company public. We're trying to leverage that with OSLH, which is a publicly traded company. The show itself is going to basically evolve and document the building of this new company and the people we will come on the journey along the way. So, in the future, when we start filming again, I would love to guys be on the show.
All right, you heard that? In the meantime, start working on a script.
Yeah, there you go.
Hey, I'm ready.
Hey, Cheryl, this is Lefty. Cheryl, this is Lefty Grimes. You were on the Ricky Lake show, right?
Yes, almost 2 years ago now.
2 years ago, okay. Because I was on that show a few times myself, and you were actually more productive than me. I was on there. I smashed a guitar over my head. I didn't really do too much. I smashed a guitar over my head on Ricky Lake, and she brought me back because of that. And I smoked a joint back.
Boy.
Yeah, I smashed a guitar, and I smoked a joint backstage. Did you get to smoke any weed with Ricky?
I vaped it.
You didn't get to smoke weed with Ricky?
I vaped it.
Oh, you vaped it with Ricky?
I took my vaporizers on, of course.
Oh!
I do.
That's what I do.
Yes.
I love Cheryl.
I vaporized on Ricky Lake. I vaporized on I need fun everywhere I go, you guys, just for giggles.
There you go.
Why not?
Just right. I have my here. That's the whole point. It's not about the vape. It's about getting people talking. When people see fire up the vape pen on Fox News, CNBC, or CNN, the first thing they say is, "Oh God, she's vaping marijuana on TV." Yes, I am. Hello. Very shocking.
Hell yeah, people want to see that.
Cheryl, before we leave, I just have one quick question. Here's the Cannabis King. I'm a big fan of yours. I'm not going to lie.
Wait a minute. You're the Cannabis King, but she's the Cannabis Queen, right?
Damn straight.
Okay.
Are you married?
No, we're not married, no. I actually met you in the Boston Freedom Rally 2 years ago. I just got I got a quick question for you.
Sure.
How does it feel to be the most hated cannabis activist? I mean,
am I the most hated cannabis?
I love you. I love you. But it
love.
seems like everybody has something against you, and I don't understand why.
Not me.
Not
we
me.
love you. We all
I
love
know
you.
you're great.
Not a fully
This is
baked
Weed
radio.
Man, and I want to work with you. I want to work with you. That's not me saying
Honest
that.
with you, I shield myself from negative energy. So you tell me, why do you think I'm the most interested?
I don't know. I don't have a clue because I met you, and we talked, we spoke, and you are an awesome person, but it seems like other activists, they just can't stand you for some reason. I think they're jealous.
People are crazy. Weed Man has haters too, man. But
I have haters.
we all have
I
haters.
think women especially face a lot of scrutiny.
Here's what I think. I mean, without knowing exactly what the structure is, here's the thing. Okay, and what it, when I first came out of the club in 2007, no one had ever heard of CBD. That's the first thing. In 2007, when I came out of the closet as the first mainstream woman to publicly not only talk about marijuana, but to smoke marijuana, to vaporize marijuana, to cook with marijuana on camera for not just CBS, but CNN, Fox News, you name it. I mean, I hit the media hard, and I was everywhere. I continue to be everywhere. So here's my thinking. First of all, I'm a mainstream woman that lived in Beverly Hills, right? Some people don't like me just because of where I live or the way I dress. And you also have to understand that you have a lot of elders here. And I refer to them as the elders because, quite frankly, without people being on their 60s and this whether being grown or whoever, there's been a number of people who've bled for this plant, who've gone to jail for this plant, who've lost their family, their jobs, their children for this plant. And they feel something for plant. Agreed. I agree with you.
Yeah, definitely.
They feel that there
Cheryl,
are people, we still need to get people out of prison for this plant. We need to make sure that CPS doesn't take our children anymore. And then comes Cheryl Shuman. And I think some people feel like, who is this woman to glamorize marijuana? Well, we still have people in jail, right? But what they don't understand from the media strategy is media puts out what they want to. So do you want to put out, media has a woman from Beverly Hills dressed in a suit or an evening gown showing a glamorous lifestyle where marijuana is seen and publicly accepted, just the same as, I do cannabis tastings. I want to show that marijuana is just accepted as having a glass of wine for dinner.
Yep.
Some people hate me because I have quote-unquote glamorized it. The things I read is like, that woman doesn't care about people in prison. That woman doesn't care about people getting arrested. It's not that I don't care. The bottom line is the media puts out what they want to. I cannot force them to do a story on prison population or people getting arrested. I can't make them do that. The most important thing is to start getting the conversation started. If they wanted to document what I do, this is what I do. I do cannabis tastings and mansion parties with high society people, celebrities, rich people, etc. That's what I do. That's my life. But I'm
amen to you. Thank you.
And keeping people open, whether it be at the farmers market, when they got shut down. I was down there fighting for patients' rights, holding press conferences, talking maker signs, etc.
That's right.
And people look at that. People who hate me, from my understanding, are people who feel like, who is she? She doesn't represent me. She's not fighting for me. But what they don't understand, I am.
Yep.
Because the media that I've generated, which has been over $1 billion worth of media, People need to wake up and smell the cannabis here.
No.
Do you think that
That's
we
where
would
it's
have
going to
public
go.
approval ratings if I had not done the media that I have?
Exactly.
Yeah, we definitely recognize that part. And
That's why I love you personally, hon.
yeah, and I think people need to redirect their anger towards the DEA and the Department of Justice and, all the federal agencies, all the haters, people from Project Sam. They're the real people to be mad at. They're the people ruining people's lives. And in the cannabis,
right. You're
in the
exactly
cannabis
right.
movement,
I got said where people hated me because I wear a suit on TV. They're like, who is that bitch wearing a suit on TV? Well, I'm sorry, but I'm going to dress appropriately for television because I'm representing the entire movement, and I want to show that it's a professional business. This is real business, real professionals, and we are changing the course of history. So in my opinion, quite frankly, I don't care if people hate me or not. I really don't care.
That's what I say a lot.
My position is true and pure, and I am not going to stop until we get this thing legalized, and I don't care if people love me or not.
Yup.
that's right.
I want to work with you, Miss Shuman.
Getting people out of jail, period.
Hey, Cheryl, I'm glad that you actually brought up
and my attitude, love me or hate me, you cannot deny I am an unstoppable force in this industry, and I'm not going anywhere until I accomplish my mission.
Hell yeah, like that. You know what, Cheryl? I'm actually glad that you brought up the lifestyle that you live, because me personally, this is Flip. I live in the inner city a little bit, and we get stereotyped all the time of drug use and illegal activities and things like that. And for you to do what you do and show the public that people in Beverly Hills do the same thing, smoke weed, hang out, have weed parties, and do that, it opens the eyes to a lot more people that it's not just an inner community thing, and it's a global thing. Like you said, 72% women of the population, like everybody wants cannabis legalization. So I tip my hat to you and what it is that you do in Beverly Hills, and keep it up. Don't stop. We love you over here at Fully Baked Radio.
We're so glad that you could come on our show, spread the knowledge, and inspire other women to come out of the cannabis closet and do more to make it legal. Like, you're definitely an inspiration. And so, thank you for taking time out of your busy schedule to talk with us today.
Oh, I'm truly honored, you guys. Listen, we have to make sure that we've got to keep the grassroots and mainstream going. We've all got to work together, because we can't do it unless we unite. We just can't. That's why I preach a lot for unity and community. I really do. And, it's so funny. When you ask people out there, why do you hate Cheryl Shuman, it's usually about the way I dress, or where I live, or the car I drive.
The least important things.
Exactly, because it's not about the message.
Least important things.
Because you're hot. It's because you're hot.
The milk.
I think it's just, a lot of people feel it should be them. Because they've spent so many years doing it. But the bottom line is, it doesn't really matter who gets credit or who's the face of it. Let's just get it done.
Let's legalize, Hey, Cheryl, when is the show coming out?
Well, we're actually doing all the development right now. It's probably going to be January of next year.
All
the
right.
most important thing, what I'm dealing with right now, because my company's getting ready to go public, the show is basically going to be documenting the process of building this industry. I talk about it being the birth of a whole new industry, the birth of a new company. So I'm finalizing my deal to take the company public, and then literally I'm doing this event series along the way on different Indian tribal lands. I have 7 different speaking engagements, anywhere from the Virgin Islands to Uruguay to Israel, and the cameras are going to be following us the whole way. And for me, I'm in the process of building out my team, quite frankly. I've got to, I kind of describe it as an entourage meets Sex in the City meets weed, kind of a show. So I have to hire all of my brand ambassadors. I have to hire all of my videography crew. I've got to hire my photography crew. I've got to hire all these people in multiple cities. And we're going to be documenting along the way. And you'll appreciate this if you guys are internet-based. I believe, well, first of all, one of the reasons that reality series have failed in the past is because advertisers wouldn't buy commercial time on it. And the reason they wouldn't is because all of the reality shows to this point have been male-dominated. Male-dominated shows do not sell in the advertising world. And one of the things that I learned in this past August, I was on the cover of Adweek. As the very first luxury top marketer. I had over 30 major advertising companies contact me and say, oh, my God, women are the secret to this whole thing. Women are the ones who buy advertising. That's why I got the show.
Yeah.
Okay?